Next matchup, PVT Gold versus Gold on Orbital Shipyard, spawning in the top right in red from BornG Gosu. Our Terran player, he is Ashoka? Ashoka? Ashoka. Let's call him Ash. It's going to be Ash. And in the bottom left, his opponent in green for all inspiration. I'm going to try to even up the series. Our Protoss player, Dangle. I want to say, I'm pretty sure Ash actually promoted to Platinum shortly after this week began. It seems to be the case for like 95% of the CTL players. If they recruit someone who's in Gold, they just instantly get Platinum after they join the team, and then they suddenly have to have another Gold player. And I'm pretty sure BornG Gosu, to replace their Gold player who promoted to Platinum, they recruited a Silver player who, if I'm not mistaken, promoted to Gold like the night he joined BornG Gosu. So it's just one of those things that continually happens in the CTL, but it is great to see players promoting. It is kind of the point of the league. You join a team, you have an actual environment to play for and practice for often, and you get better. So it's great to see players promoting. We do have a PVT, the first PVT. I'll be able to cast for a little bit. It's going to be a super fast Nexus here for Dangle. No surprise, really. He's got a gas on the way. The gas is actually pretty delayed, so that was actually a really, really fast Nexus. It's a really, really greedy and fast Nexus. It's going to be hard to really deny this Reaper actually for a little bit. Reaper's going to have free reign of Dangle's main base for quite a while. Dangle's not going to have the gas to get a Mothership Core whenever the Cyber Core finishes, and he's not going to have the gas to get, well, he'll have the gas to get a Stalker or an Adept, but he can't get everything he wants. Actually, he goes for the Warp Gate Research first rather than any sort of units. But we do have this natural command center here for Ash, and he's getting Reactor on his barracks, so he's not going in for more Reapers. We actually do see an Adept is the first choice out of our Protoss player, but still, Adept's going to take a little while, and actually I think Ash may be a little kind of surprised he's getting in here like this. Again, he's going for these gas probes. He's going to get one kill, but he get two, he's going to get 3 kills so far. Actually, the grenade killed 2 of them at a time, and now with the Adept out, actually the Adept almost gets a kill there. Nice control by Dangle, making sure he didn't take any. He wasn't going to take damage. This is going to be shield damage, but he didn't take any damage from that grenade. He did avoid that. But still, 3 probes killed by our Terran player. That 4th one was the scouting probe that I think was trapped in the main base and got killed by an SCV. We are looking like we're going to see a Widowmine drop be the follow-up here for Ash. So, yeah, there's a starboard down. We do have the 2 gases. And actually an engineering bay. I think he may have been a little concerned that he was going to be a Stargate simply because he didn't see any units when he got into the main base. So he may have been a little worried about a proxy Stargate being something that was going to happen. We do see a robo facility coming in here for Dangle. I love that he waited for that scan. He saw the scan in his main base. Like, okay, you saw 3 gates, but you didn't see my real tech. You didn't actually see the tech I'm using. So this might be just an adept drop. We do see there are 2 adepts out right now for Dangle. His Warp Gate Research is about to finish up, and as soon as this robo finishes, it could go into a Warp Prism, but if he goes into a Warp Prism, it means he's not going to have anything with vision to deal with these Widow Mines that Ash is making. He's going to have 2 Widow Mines out. I mean, this Starport is a little bit, not Starport itself isn't delayed, Medevac's delayed. I think he may have been supply blocked for a little while after this Starport finished, so he wasn't quite able to get that out. So instead of zooming across the map already, Ash is just sitting, waiting patiently for his medevac to finish. Reaper actually runs right past 1 adept. He's going to get killed by the 2nd one. There we go, yeah. Reaper does go down. 3rd Nexus actually coming up here for Dangle. And he does have an Observer coming out. But the Observer is going into, well, it's going to look for a drop. But the drop is not coming that direction. And the Observer is going to be way out of position. to deal with these Whittle Mines. So it's going to be kind of up to how is Dangle's reaction speed? Is he going to be able to get his probes away so he doesn't lose too many more? And is he going to be able to bring that observer back? I know a lot of times when I play Protoss, I forget to actually hotkey my observer when I take it out on the map, and suddenly I can't find my damn observer. Medevac about to come in here. It doesn't have the boost, so it's going to be a slower drop than maybe he wanted to have. He used that boost a little bit early. One Whittle Mine drops, actually, he's going to take the rest of them into the natural. Actually, he gets all the probes, or he gets all the probes out. It's really nicely done. All the probes out, but however, now he is right next to this rubber facility, so he could take this pylon out, prevent any extra observers. But one more observer does get out, and the observer does have vision of. Well, it's going to walk away, but it did have vision for a little bit. It does have vision of the one that is in the natural, at least, and the adept is going to take that up. So, really well done by Dangle. He didn't lose too much there. Actually, no, the observer just kept going. Observer, you need to come back and help. Oh no. Oh, this could be so bad. Everything's just so barely out of range right now. If he sends these probes, oh god, oh, okay. Oh, that was almost really bad. That was almost really terrible, but it did end up taking out just pretty much nothing. Yet another observer. Oh, it's going to happen again. He's going to get some kills at least. He's going to get 4. So 4 kills on that Whittle Mine. Whittle Mine in the main gets cleaned up. So like I said, that kind of a problem where you make observers and you kind of forget where they are, and you forget the Whittle Mines actually exist. So behind all this, Ash is getting a 3rd command center. He is supply box. She got a Liberator and a couple of tanks, so he's just super safe back home right now. However, there is a 3rd Nexus up here for Dangle, but he doesn't really have a worker lead right now. He's going to get that worker lead because he's making 3 probes at a time. He's actually got a Warp Prism coming in as well, which could be an extreme annoyance for Ash if he's not focused on his main and his natural whenever this Warp Prism gets across. Ash does have a medevac kind of chilling out in the middle of nowhere. There he goes. He realizes that, like, hey, didn't I have a medevac over here like 5 minutes ago? I'd really like to have the medevac back. Observer is into the main base of Ash. It's going to actually almost runs into a turret, but it is actually in vision range, so it is going to go down. So that observer will go down, but not before seeing that the 3rd command center was lifted off and moving over. Now, where did the Warp Prism go? Warp Prism, where did you go? You're somewhere near because you won't let me go next to you, directly to you. So, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Warp Prism is coming out. Charge is going to be finishing up here pretty soon as well, so charge lots will be super annoying, and Storm is on the way as well, even. So Dangle has a pretty powerful tech setup. He just needs to start making tech units because his opponent has a really big army and he doesn't. Ash has a 61 army supply currently against 40 right now for our Protoss player, and actually he may run this Warp Prism directly into some turrets. It would have been nice to see him warp in some units prior to moving into the natural base, but so he could just drop those, scoot over to a different base, and hopefully avoid those turrets. I mean, there's no turrets in the. Okay, there's one turret in the main mineral line, but he's not going to be able to get anything done here. And I think he realizes that. And Ash does see that Warp Prism there, so he could react to that. He's got at least a Liberator. Yeah, if Dangle actually had some units in here, and actually at the same time as he's dropping, Ash is moving out with his entire army. So if nothing else, this little drop of 5 zealots, which actually takes out a tech lab, I don't think it was actually researching, they can take out 2 tech labs, it forced the entire army back, and it forced a stem on the entire army too. So that's a pretty massive win. It's a pretty massive win there for Dangle. He does have to deal with the fact that this is a really big army, and he doesn't really have too much. Does he have any Templar worked in back home? Yeah, he's got 4. He's got 4 Templar. They got quite a bit of energy on them. There's going to be a lot of storms available here for Dangle. So Dangle's playing really well right now. At least his general setup is really nice. It's going to be a little more difficult to hold off this push, especially with all of the tanks and Liberators that Ash has, but with his tech-heavy army, it should be moderately okay, but it is still going to be relying on really, really nice storms. 93 armies applied to 71, and in most of the armies required for dangle is actually in zealous. Actually, a lot of zealous just use their charge, a single marine. Look at there's so many tanks right now for Ash. Well, I say so many. It's only 6, but that's still such a large number. And he's going to play this out as slow as possible. And I think Dangle's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to deal with that. Storm's going down actually on the tanks. Some of the storms on the bio as well. He's got a couple storms left over. He just needs to use them. If he'd use those storms on the... Oh, he didn't even use them before he wanted to do an Archon. That's rather sad. Oh, Liberator's setting up Liberation Zones right on top of the Warping in unison. There's just nothing left over for Dangle. 71 armies supplied at 19 right now. 137 supplied at 81. There is a 4th command center that is down and just about to finish up here for Ash as well. 3rd Nexus is under fire. Is there a Dark Shrine? A Dark Shrine would be really nice right now for Dangle, but no. Doesn't have one. He has a ton of money. He does have a ton of money right now. He does get a couple of gateways unpowered. Zell's trying to roll in on top of those tanks, getting a lot of good swipes off, but yeah, not going to be enough against this Terran army. They do have +2 attack. Is about to finish up for our Terran player. A few arch overcharges are going to go down, but with only 1 pylon and this many tanks and this much bio with the medevac support, there's not a whole lot that Dangle can do anymore. There we go. GG from our Protoss player, and Ash will take this set. He will put his team up 3-1, 1 match away from taking it for the week. And our next match is going to be another PvT. Coming up, our plat match, or second plat match here, coming up in just a little bit.